Welcome to the story of the legendary CAMOHAWK.
Well, let's start from the beginning. We purchased a 2018 Trackhawk from a local dealership out here in Oakville. I saw the truck a couple times passing by and decided to trade in our SRT Jeep for something a little bit faster and something a little bit newer. Well, we got it home and decided the first mod that needs to be done is get rid of that ugly hood. So we installed a new hood for the truck. Second order of business to see was how fast this thing actually is. So, took it out to the local drag strip and gave her a few passes. Well, as you can imagine, a 5,400 pound SUV isn't the fastest thing on the planet, so it looked like it was time to get to work. First order of business is get the suspension proper. Without a good suspension, these things are useless. Next order of business, we gotta do something different. If we're gonna stand out from the crowd, it's time to wrap this thing. And myself personally, I've always been a fan of camo. As most of you know, if it's gonna look right, it's also gotta sound right. So exhaust was the next move for me. As the Mopar game was not new to us, as our previous build was a fully blown Scat Pack Challenger, we decided it's time to start doing some bolt-ons on the truck. Well, after installing all our parts, winter was fast approaching, so it was time to load this unit in the box and head down south so we could get some testing in with all our new upgrades. Well, here we are. We arrived in the Sunshine State. After going to a couple of car meets and car shows and meeting some new people, we got a phone call from Belgian Wheels that asked us if we'd be interested in displaying some of their products on our Jeep. You know I was down with that. With that all being done, it's time to get back to racing and getting this truck dialed in. We want to make this thing the ultimate street killer.
Here we go. Get him, Mikey. Wow.
So our fastest pass to date was a 10.0. All I wanted to do was get in the 9s with just some pulleys and everything else being stock.
Come on, Mikey.
It was time to send it.
Yes!
Well, we did it.
Yes.
First Canadian Trackhawk in the 9s. I can't believe that this big boat would do 9s, but like everything else, you're never satisfied. With a quick phone call to our friends at Nitrous Outlet, we started ordering parts. It was time to get this thing a little bit faster. We wanted to stick with the stock block, stock transmission, and everything else stock and see how far this platform could be pushed. So we headed down to Texas to partake in the annual Texas 2K. We weren't really there for the track stuff. We were more there for the streets. was definitely a great night of racing, and I'm glad we made the trip. Now, what could possibly ruin Texas 2K was something no one ever thought was coming.
About the deadly coronavirus officially hitting the U.S., here's what we know. A Washington state resident fell ill after returning from Wuhan, China, where the outbreak began. Officials now say more than 400 people have been sickened and 9 people have died.
Well, it looks like we got no option but to pack up and head home before they close the border on us. So it was time to head back to Canada.
First of all, Canada's a real place, and let me tell you why. I don't know, I live here. Second of all, you're making fun of our money. Dude, our money is awesome. It smells like maple syrup. Like, buddy, I think you're confused. Canada's awesome. Number 1, Tim Hortons. Number 2, hockey. Number 3, bagged milk. Yeah, it's great. Number 4, you literally have random people willing to hold the door for you anywhere you go. No questions.
Well, we were back home and still working at getting the truck dialed in. There were a few local call-outs that we needed to take care of shortly. Now that we were back home, we heard a lot of people talking shit about the Jeep, so it was time to put them in their place. There could only be one fastest Trackhawk in Canada, and I wasn't about to let that go. As the streets of Mexico started to dry up, we kept going to the track, pushing harder and harder, getting deeper and deeper into the nines. But like I said before, the no prep scene was starting to blow up, so I think it was time for us to concentrate on something new. And so it began.
Show me the show me the
all good things, you keep pushing and pushing, and eventually they come to their end. So it was finally time to give this thing a rebuild. And a rebuild is what we gave it.
Stay tuned for part 2.